Hello, Will from Dash, and today we'll learn about another conditional, which is the elif statement. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so strictly speaking, we don't need the elif statement. We can do our job with if and else, and it's all fine. But it's very convenient to use the elif statement, and we will see why here in a moment. So let's try to see the code we did in the last lecture, and I will remove these three first lines here because we don't need this to test, and it will make it faster for us to test the ifs. Okay, so let me remove the name variable so we don't get an error here. Right, so now we have the simplified chatbot, and let's test multiple conditions. So, okay, so if age is above 100, then we say you are lying. We can add multiple ifs, so if we say if age is less than 13, print hey kid, and if age is less than 0, is a negative number, then we print you are lying. Okay, so let's see what's wrong with these ifs. Let's try to run this chatbot here. What's your age? Let's say first 60. Oh, I typed the arrow key. Let me try again. 60. Well, you are 60 years old. Okay, no problem. Let's try another age. Let's try 12. So when we say 12, it prints hey kid and well, you are 12 years old. So this is the problem. We only want a single response from the chatbot. And now we are getting two. This is because the if statement executes if this condition is true, right? So if this condition is true, it will execute this. Jump to the next line. If this condition is true, it will execute this. So we are getting this because 12 is less than 13, and we are getting while you are something years old because age is above 0. Right? So it executes this line instead. But if we want to execute just one line, then we use the elif statement. And whenever the first condition is met, it will execute and jump to the next code here. Let me put finish here. Okay, so if this is true, then it will execute this indented block and it will jump to the end of the conditionals. Okay, right. So if this is false, then it will jump to the next elif. If this is true, then it will execute the indented block and then will jump exit the conditionals. Okay, so let's try to run that. Okay, chatbot, what's your age? Let's try 12, which was the one that we saw the error. So here we say hey kid and then finish, right? Because it was the first one that was met, it executes this line, and this it won't test any other elifs or any other else statement. But in the beginning of the video, I said we didn't need the elif statement. So as an exercise, try to achieve the same result as we did here, only using if and else statements, okay? And I will wait you here. So if you don't want to see the answer before you try it, pause the video, try it, and then come back. Okay, let's try to achieve the same result only using ifs and elses. Okay, so here we use the elif, and the elif stands for else if. So this gives us a hint what we have to do to achieve the same result. So let's see. If age is above 100, we print this. Else, so let's try to say else. And then if age is less than 13, we print this. And else, if, so you now see the pattern here. We have a cascade of ifs and else. So if this is true, it will run this. Otherwise, it will jump to the else block. And the else block is this, right? So it will test if this is true, it will execute this. If not, it will execute the else block, which is this. And so on. So in the last one, we have to do this, right? And then you see why it's convenient to have the elif. So we don't have a nested block of code of ifs and elses. I hope that you learned something. If you did, please help me by liking the video and subscribing to receive the next lectures. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.